What it do, Moody? How's it going, brother?
It's all right.
Still out here on this patio, but this time at least we repositioned ourselves so we can actually be seen. It was like still it was overcast, but it was still like during the day when we recorded last week. But even like looking, I already knew when we were recording we should have did something, but now you can see us again and hear us.
Yeah, you barely wanted to come out here too. When I said no, we recording outside, you was like thinking it's cold out here.
It's not that cold. It's not. It's like okay,
gentle. It's a gentle wind chill.
I'm not saying it's not cold. I'm not saying it's cold. I don't think it's cold out here. I think just the annoyance of the breeze. Sometimes it's not a comfortable breeze, at least for me.
Cold then?
No, it's not. I'm not saying. It's not cold.
That's actually this is the first real quick.
Again, you're just like if we're out. I think where we're sitting at in this balcony, we're sitting in an air tunnel, and that's where I don't want to sit in. Right now, I'm blocked away from it.
I think we can be sometimes, depending on wind.
When I'm sitting there, there's an air tunnel.
I don't think it's not like OD like when we was coming off the patio. You know what I'm saying? Back when,
sure,
or even at your old apartment, like when you come around the corner, that's like we ain't sitting like that. But either way, it's fine.
Yeah.
I know you written down.
Yeah,
we should go watch.
Yeah, well, my Percy was we'll get into it when we get to the Dynamite, but yeah, we went to go see Dynamite in person.
Yep.
Locally here in Fairfax, Virginia. Great episode, and that's even without having actually to see Jericho actually come out, or you didn't have Moxley and the Death Riders kind of come out. Like there's some stuff that was like, man, like even for what we got, still a great show.
No,
but really enjoyed again. I think I've said this last time we went to wrestling, but man, like going to a wrestling show, even if you're not a wrestling fan, is a worthwhile experience to go because everyone is super cool and chill. Shout out to the people that we were sitting next to. Like you were sitting.
Let me annoy them. I talk to everybody. I'm like, who you got next? Who you got next?
The couple with the white girl. She was like, I was like, okay, she about this.
Yeah,
like
she was about it.
Yeah, she was about this. And then I was into two young guys, and one of them was a lapsed fan. I didn't watch AEW even probably a year and a half.
And he said it was his first episode back, right?
Yeah,
like this was his first.
And so he was having a great old time too. And so shout out to everyone. That was a great.
And then the guy that was sitting directly in front of us, who was like current and knowledgeable with us. And
he was definitely the old head.
He was the old head, but he was just like, "Yep, let's insert this part." You know?
Yeah. So shout out. It was a fun show.
Yeah, definitely a great sense of community for sure.
Always a great sense of community when you go into a wrestling show.
Yeah, we could sit closer next time. Not shitting on us. Not shitting on us. I was just saying.
For last minute tickets, you still had a great view. Like that overhead view in Mason is not a big stadium. So.
Absolutely, no, a great view. But like going to an AEW show, and like I said this in the moment that I was like, I have a somewhat boisterous personality, or it can come out. So I'm like, I would like to yell stuff and like know that they can hear me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you would have been heard.
Oh yeah, I know I would have.
You would have offended MJF.
Oh yeah.
You have anything?
No. Let's get to it.
Let's get to the show.
Doors opening. Step back to allow customers to exit.
Grab. Hey, Samson, my tag partner.
Rich Ride Pro, Moody, coming off the top rope. WrestleMania podcast.
A weekly stroll through the avenue of wrestling.
Follow us here on this YouTube channel. Like, comment, subscribe, follow all our social media.
Episode 95 of the Wrestling Rehab podcast. Isn't Myles Garrett 95?
Yes, he's 95.
Yeah.
So I got an interesting list for you. There's a lot of 95. So Richard Depp.
Okay. Yeah, Hall of Famer.
Exactly. Kenny Clark.
Okay.
Currently, JTA, Juan Toscano Anderson, who's the only person to wear 95. Or one of the few, excuse me. He's the most prevalent to wear 95 in the NBA. Two extra ones though. Nav Bhatia, that's the official number that the Toronto Raptors gave him. They're super fan. They're a number one fan who's been there since 1995.
Okay.
So they gave him number 95.
That's cool.
And Lightning McQueen.
Okay.
From the Cars.
Yeah.
He's number 95. So.
Get him in while we can. We got 5 more before we're out of numbers for athletes to co-sign for.
The Cars is a huge series. Pixar, they always know what they do. So.
But we are 2 weeks out from WrestleMania.
Oh,
After
yeah.
WrestleMania, we are a week away
We're still post Mania nut.
for Backlash. So there's a lot of Backlash building here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into the Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Flagship.
Yeah, I was able to watch this as it was on, one of my rare times when I did.
Yeah, I think you beat me today.
I did. And because I almost put my top line in here where I said this really is the one that felt like Raw after Mania.
Mm-hmm.
I almost put that in top shelf, like just that line, because it was like so much more significant than last week, at least in my opinion. And when I told you, when I think of like Raw after Mania, I think of not WrestleMania's Fallout. We got WrestleMania's Fallout last week.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what all of wrestling or WWE wrestling was. This week is the week I be asking for, which is like going forward, what is the storyline for the whole year? So that's kind of what we got here. And yeah, it was huge. Granted, in these storylines, your mileage may vary, obviously. But the two that we agreed on and that carried most of the highlights of the show, I'm going to relent and say, okay, because I wanted to type it all out in one line. I said, okay, I'm going to relent this week and say, okay, it is the bloodline.
Okay.
Officially. But it took this for, Jimmy and Jay to be like, nah, because like, what is you doing and all this type of stuff.
There was a little great vignette too with Roman sitting with the Usos, like
exactly. And that was the point of it, because we haven't gotten that image since Bloodline. So I'm like, okay, sure. If we're going to give me that, I'll go there. And really, did you also, I guess the headline would be, did you recognize, we got the face-to-face with Roman and Jacob and saying like, all right, I gave you your week, and Jacob's still like, hey, I still need that basically. But Roman like, nah, son, you don't need none of this. And he gets the Tongan death grip. Did you immediately recognize this?
No.
As Haku's move?
No.
This is the only move that I know of Haku. So that's why I was able to recognize it.
Okay.
And I thought it was fucking awesome immediately when I saw, because I like cartoony shit, and we'll get there on SmackDown. That's the highest thing that I have on SmackDown. But even though it's like, it seems as though like almost out of nowhere, it gives me what was it, Mandible Claw. Like when he first did it, did you think Mandible Claw?
They kind of mentioned that on commentary. They were like, if they first said, like, I think the first time you couldn't tell if his hands was like under his neck.
He has to be like this. Yeah.
But like, so like, I think on commentary, he said Mandible Claw, but then when he did it the second time, it was called the Tongan Death Grip.
Yeah, exactly. And Haku back in the day, and it just made me go on that Haku little like spiral, because he is literally the guy you don't want to see in the dark alley.
Yeah.
Like, and all of like when people talk, like Undertaker talks about the good old days when people had guns, Haku was the baddest motherfucker out of everybody. So he's the guy choking motherfuckers out in bars, like civilians. Like, he just doesn't give a shit.
I've heard the stories.
So it's awesome in his character, because I will, just to give this a little bit more analysis, right? Almost in the moment, I thought it was awesome, but then it was so quick that like Roman went down that I was like, this is like teeter on bullshit. Like, even with the cartoonishness of it, because I'm like, yo, he's the fucking OTC. He's the head of the table. I'm like, I get it's the Tongan Death Grip, but I'm like, should Roman still be going down like
so
that quickly? I'll use air quotes.
I understand where you're coming from, because like watching this in real time, prior to us getting onto a Friday, because on Friday, spoiler, I have this listed as the sacredness of the
they added the canon to it.
Like you're adding kind of that's part of the kayfabe that's working, because I feel like if anybody else was to do that move, it looks ridiculous.
Exactly.
But knowing that they're the bloodline and there's their whole family lineage of just wrestling, it works, because it's like, okay, damn, like that's like, again, the Ulafala.
We might as well just say it now. It's fine. But yeah, because we got
But again, watching it, like that's a first time happening, I was like, okay, I gotta suspend some disbelief with this, but I understand where you're going with it.
Yeah.
At least not I wouldn't say I understood what they're going with it, but I just figured it's like, okay, Jacob's got to move.
But yeah, when they added
it's called the Tongan Death Grip, and I was like, okay, I get it. I'm sure it has to do something with bloodlines, relatives, and family. So
exactly.
But
man, he's like he took that from your father, Talo. It was like we might as well talk about it because we get, like you said, the sacredness.
Yeah,
and it's like, man, that move is passed down from generation to generation. That move is banned. Like or not. Or he said like
basically,
it was too dangerous.
Yeah.
Like
and he used it on the tribal chief.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's a declaration of war.
That's that's like the rules.
Yeah.
He's like what? Like that is crazy.
Yeah, right. I'm just sitting here like, yo, that's fucking nuts, dude. Like, hey, Jacob is off the leash. He said it. So, but yeah, Primo for sure. Yeah,
yeah. You have that as Primo. I agree. I have that as Primo, but that's not my highest rated segment of the show. Mine is the other promo that we got. Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker.
Okay.
Really liked it, especially again, Braun Breaker. Great promo.
Yeah.
Great promo cutting in that. And the fact that like usually he's been pretty good recently, but he's usually like super amped up. And again, it works with the character. But this way, when he was talking to Seth, and again, Seth can roll with anybody on the mic. Both him and his wife are some of the best mic workers in the business. So you knew Seth was going to be able to hang, but the fact that Braun was also able to hang and give really something compelling, I'm like, okay, yeah, like. Obviously, their WrestleMania plans should have been happening in this match if both of them were healthy, and but no, this was great, and it makes me look forward to seeing this match at Backlash.
Yeah, just because the sting of the match, I thought, or not of the match.
And I'm like, does Seth lose this, or does Braun go up again?
Yeah, interesting. Because it was funny when he says that, he was like, yeah, he just was really putting over Seth and saying how like, yeah, you like. Done everything in this company. You won every belt. You are the very best wrestler in the world at being second best. Or yeah, that's what he said.
Or like number two.
Number two, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I obviously understood the burn there, but I was like, this is a very AEW thing to do. Like, where I was thinking, like, putting them over in the sense of like, we'll drop it, like, well, this is still a rivalry, but we'll drop it right now for the sense of building you in this context right here. Where I was like, but Braun, I don't feel like should be doing that to Seth when we know he's the made man. You know what I'm saying? Versus the other way around. But either way, it's still a Primo. I still put it in Primo.
He got a dig from him on his family when he's talking about like you get your fix up from Big Papa Pump.
Yeah. I still put it in Primo. I still did. I liked them going back and forth, but that was the one thing where I was like, I don't think he needs the extra. I mean, we know who Seth is.
These like, are fractions of the differences. I like between like again, we're basically flipped on. Well, you have this as your third.
Yeah, my third Primo.
Your third Primo. So I'm like. I only had two. This was my one, but again, I'm also biased here because I'm like, it's my guy. And again, intrigue where I'm like, I know Jacob is not beating Roman at Backlash, and I know it's just beginning part of a storyline for them too. It's like, what's gonna happen with Jacob after he loses? He's gonna get jumped by the Usos, like Solo talking smack on SmackDown, as we'll get to. It's like. I'm curious to see where it goes. So I know this is just the beginning for Jacob and Roman. For Braun and Seth, I'm like, if Seth loses to Braun, which is possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Though, again, like, Braun cost him his WrestleMania match. You think that Seth would get his get back. But again, Braun
that's what's interesting.
Is also in his first match back.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Because obviously we do predictions. And the thought of, like, we would keep the kayfabe of like, oh yeah, well he cost him his WrestleMania match because he returned and all that stuff. But it's like they're interesting because they're both just returning from injury, so you really want to build both of them up. So I guess that's the thing. Is like if everybody's injured,
50 on it. I'm like right now I'd probably Seth. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if I flipped. If I saw something next week, I wouldn't be surprised if I flipped.
I'm truly not sure right now, but my last comment on this, I guess I would say is if both of them have injuries on, like let's say because they're just both returning, then they're even, right? So they should be kayfabe even if you think about it, right? Because they're both in the same position. So relatively, because both are like down.
But again,
both are down -2 on their rating.
Seth has one game played.
Yeah, exactly. They're both -2 on their rating right now, getting back in the flow. That's all.
So do you think Seth coming back is going to be 0-2?
Dang, I told you I believe Seth is indestructible. He can take a loss whenever because it only helps other people. Like.
You gotta get back to
nobody. He just had the title.
I guess
we gotta remember he just had the title.
Braun versus Roman okay, that's an interesting like couple months storyline maybe. You're getting the WrestleMania match is Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns.
For sure.
Like
we still got a whole lot of year left to predict
sure.
Mania.
He
for sure.
He went Money in the Bank.
I mean, because right now he's on Raw. Like we saw Rhea Ripley, is obviously officially on SmackDown after winning the women's title. So we think Roman's officially on Raw at this point. That's what I'm saying.
He said he's gonna be on.
So Steph is there too.
Like
there's no, without a doubt, they're gonna be like going into like running into each other at some point.
Well, you're Primo. I don't.
Yeah,
really
my second favorite thing on here. I love this. I call it teasing Roxy's face turn. We get the segment of Liv talking to Roxanne, just saying how, like, hey, I know it wasn't personal, like you might feel a way or whatever about what we did to Finn, but hey, we just want to make sure you're still Judgment Day. And we're like, hey, yeah, we're still sisters, I still got your back. And she walks off. Finn sneaks into the fucking clubhouse, and it's like, don't trust that bitch. Like, don't trust that backstab. Don't trust none of them. But yeah, like she's another one that's just like almost like it wouldn't not necessarily similar to Dominic, because Dominic is so deep in his heel shit that it's like I think he is like actually Eddie reincarnated at this point. Like, heel to the core, but we just cheer him anyway, and he can just get away with that while being a heel. But Roxy getting basically almost the exact same treatment every time she was on screen. Insane reactions. Insane. Like, face turn loading. So, or it seems as we got the storyline.
Turns on Liv, or because I'm again.
I think Raquel picks up on it first.
I think Roxanne wants to be like on Liv's side, but I think the fact that Liv doesn't trust her, and she's always thinking that Roxanne is going to do something. I don't think Roxanne actually does anything to Liv. I'm still gonna go with Raquel.
Yeah,
is the one that turns on Liv, and then it's like I should be women's champion. Yeah, this, that, and the third. And then Roxanne ends up disassociating with
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day, I guess. But at that point, if Raquel's already out, and Roxanne leaves, and you just got JD McDonough, and Dominic. But yeah, I think you get basically Roxanne is like, yo, you didn't trust me, and I told you I wasn't gonna turn on you, and I had your back, but you just never trusted me. So I'm gonna think we need to separate.
Facts.
And so that's where I think she's gonna assume it's gonna be Roxanne, but it really Raquel is gonna come for that title.
Okay. I would. Yeah, we got plenty of time on this.
Yeah.
So can't wait to see where this takes us. Top of the mids that I had was Obafemi just squashing Grayson Waller like he should, and knowing that he's not going to have a title of any type right now, because we believe that his first title is going to be the heavyweight title, probably, right?
Yeah.
He's going to skip the Intercontinental and tag team. He's definitely not winning the tag team titles. We're just going to keep him busy with his own open challenge. We're just going to keep him hot with, hey, go ahead and beat the beast, the new beast, or the ruler, excuse me. So I like it just as far as like, all right, we can consistently have this, just him smashing people from week to week. It won't be match quality. It's not going to be the U.S. Open Challenge, but at least we know what Oba's doing. So
I have this as my lower third. I have three mids, and this is the third one. Oba's just going to be squashing people for the next 3 months. You know what I'm saying? He'll probably win King of the Ring. I'm gonna call that.
That's your shot at SummerSlam. Yep.
Yeah. So I just again, and I'm probably biased with the other open challenge that we got with Becky Lynch. Not saying that even that because that's my highest one, but I'm just done with the open challenges for a little bit. Like it's excessive. I'm glad they stopped the US one, but it was like, yeah, you have to stop that because you didn't have 2 open challenges on Raw. So we talked about it pre-pod. It was like, was that open challenge just for the night, or is that like a continuous like I'm gonna make you famous Becky Lynch with these open challenges?
I feel what the way I read it as I was watching it was because it was Io that came out. I thought it was just them building a story of like, all right, we're taking Io out of like the women's, heavyweight title division and putting her at like, the next contender for the IC belt. Like we're building this story now. As I told you, like this felt like Raw after Mania to me. So it's like, okay, we're getting this going forward. I didn't see it as much as like an open challenge, but maybe it
like,
is.
I mean, Io to me is like more. It's just like, yeah, that's a great match. You just want to see between Io and Becky, and you're getting it for free on Monday Night Raw for her championship. Like Io could possibly win it, but again, she has a storyline with Asuka. We won Kyrie, but like, yeah, she has a storyline with Asuka. So it was just like you knew that match was going to end with some interference. So, but again, if Becky, and I also just thinking about it now, I also think about it like, okay, if the Yoba Open Challenge is pretty much going to be like 90 to 80% squashes, the other Open Challenge has to give you what the U.S. Open was giving you.
That's basically is, but
it's like you're making it up because it's like, okay, we know you just want to see Oba just kill the next man that walks through that curtain. But like whoever's challenging Becky, whether it be Natty,
they're getting
Io, like, you know,
that's the actual spirit of the U.S. title that has transferred over to the women's Intercontinental. Yeah, I ain't mad at it for sure. I mean, I'm coming around to that now for sure. So, I mean, maybe if anything, because remember we had that, we were even building that rivalry in the U.S. title Open Challenge between Ilya Dragunov and Ciampa.
Yeah,
remember, because he kept asking for the shot, and even just out of spite, he gave it to Johnny Gargano.
Yeah. So that was my high. That's why I was higher just because the Io and Becky match is actually like a match.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, it gets brought down because again, we wanted, like, obviously we knew Io and Asuka are going to be in a match, but it carries no weight at all now.
It's weird
that Kyrie is
immediate chance of we want Kyrie. We want Kyrie the whole week too. Yeah. Man. Yeah.
So like the fact that we knew we were gonna get this match, but now all the weight for this match is completely evaporated.
Yeah, no facts. Because we were building
you're
up
getting
until
like a great match between two women, but like where's the story now? Because you just try to ignore it completely. Like she was not a person that was being antagonized for 4 months. So the other thing that we have left here, I have this as my second rated. You have your third rated mid. Penta getting the win over Rusev, and then eventually get kerfuffle with Javon Evans and Ethan Page as well. And
we're getting a tag match next week
for a tag match.
Yep. And I also just like the segment because after this, when I forget who's talking to Ethan Page, one of the women backstage, but you know, just asking him about like how he's been adjusting to Raw and stuff like that. Or you got the tag match next week, you know, with Rusev. Like, how's this gonna go? He's like, oh, it's gonna be the best, whatever. And Rusev like comes up at that exact point in time and just intimidate. It's like he crits on intimidate, and basically is like, don't let me down next week. And you can just see, even though it's very subtle from Ethan, but you know his acting is just great. Like,
he's like, that's good.
He's like that. Oh, don't worry about it. That's fine. Like, he's scared to death.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
I wanted to make one comment going back to Roxanne and who's that? Roxanne versus.
Oh, it was a tag match. Yeah.
Right? Roxanne.
Yeah, Judgment Day versus Bayley and Lyra.
Was that Liv or Raquel as her partner?
Raquel.
Okay, so I'm mad that Bayley got pinned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, man, unless you build into a storyline about Bayley just like, you know, being the old timer or something like that, or just being like the person that's not carrying their weight in their tag team with Lyra. I'm almost to a point where, like, when I was with Seth, I'm like, bro, take your talents to AEW or New Japan.
Bayley, Bayley, I could see that way more than Seth. Yeah, but you're right.
It's the same sentiment where I'm like, bro, like, Lyra could take these pins too. Why it always gotta be Bayley?
Yeah.
Like, why are we playing on Bayley's name? So
facts.
That's probably why I don't have it listed anywhere.
The shake that I had last thing was the Joe Hendry concert.
Yeah.
And we get him just dissing Logan Paul, and you know, clearly we're just gonna get a match there, probably, or we're gonna get probably a 3-on-3 match. I would assume next week. Maybe. I know the Street Profits came out, so.
I mean, yeah, but they had
tag
a backstage,
division, right?
Like, they had a backstage, like, quick meetup with Seth, where he tried to, like, say thank you for coming out, and they were like, bro, like, don't talk to us, bro.
Yeah, we didn't do that for you.
We didn't do it for you. You did that because we want them tag team gold. Annoying. Wish, but
bro, we looked at. I remember when they won it last time, and I told you, I was like, "Yo, they're 2-time tag team champions." You were like, "What? That's it?" And I'm like, "So this will be the 3rd time." I'm like, "Bruh, we haven't moved forward at all. This is kind of crazy." But yeah, Joe Hendry's on Raw.
Yeah.
Yep. And we got
going after Logan Paul.
Yep.
Let's go over to the bodega. I am pretty light on this, and
for sure,
I just want to get mine out because one of them basically encapsulates your entire breakdown of the show.
Yeah.
But I thought the best match on here was Miles Bourne versus Saquon.
Yeah, for sure.
Top mid. Cool. Obviously you knew it wasn't going to end with Saquon winning it because it's more about the dark states friction, especially between Deion Lennox and Saquon. Does Saquon get kicked out the squad? Like, I guess, how are the other two feeling about this dynamic between these men?
Man, we haven't heard them talk about it at all, so I guess that's the context
they're followers, and I think they're gonna go with Deion because they're probably scared.
Yeah.
But good quality match. You know, Miles Bourne had no worry about losing his, but
my favorite combination or signature move now.
Oh yeah, the
backflipping Northern Lights suplex into a shotgun drop kick.
Yeah,
fucking awesome. I'm like, obviously, it's not so much as like the Canadian Destroyer because or the Destroyer in general, because obviously that's your opponent doing most of the lifting versus this is you doing like most of that lifting. You know, because they're on you have their arm around your head, so they are jumping with you. But I guess it's like kind of like you think of like a Spanish fly, but like just a suplex version of that. But landing on your feet into it, I was like, that's awesome. So,
and then my other mid, which basically encapsulates the entire show, out with the old and in with the new (parentheses) debuts.
Yeah,
it was set up in the beginning when the show started. There was a segment between Shawn Michaels, Robert Stone, and Prince Albert, or formerly known as Prince Albert.
Yep.
Tensai.
Also, Lord Tensai, formerly known as Lord Tensai from New Japan, also.
And basically talking about how they had
A-Train.
They've lost their and A-Train. Have lost a lot of their talent to call ups, and they're like, who do we bring in? This, that, and the third. And Shawn's like, hey, or we could just throw what we got into a pool of sharks and see who comes out, swimming. And so that kind of set the theme of the show. Where
that's
pretty
a primo
much
theme.
Everything on this card, basically every match, almost every segment on here involved some type of debut, with the exception of Ricky Saint's last match.
Yeah.
At NXT.
And also my other shake, Mr. Iguana backing up Lola. Backing up Lola Vice with I was gonna say Lizzie Reed. No, she's a new debut. Izzy Dame. Yeah. To break down those debuts, the only one that immediately
you itemized this. I did put it all as mid. I'm like, okay,
because there's some Reggie in here debuts too. So, but the only primo debut I got is Evil. From New Japan, Asuka's husband, the former New Japan
he's
heavyweight.
Probably going to get a new name because they just referred to him as the IWGP, former IWGP.
It did say
champion.
Evil on his Titantron as he came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because the commentator Vic Joseph did not give a name.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like what they did with like Ricky Stark Saints.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't be surprised if they changed
who
it, though.
he is.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But
on the trademark.
Yeah, and gave Tony D
a t-shirt.
A t-shirt.
I wish it was a scroll, but I guess that'd be a little like would that be offensive?
It's like, bro, we got cell phones. We don't gotta do all that. Like,
I'll give you my merch.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's ceremonial, clearly.
Yeah,
so it's like whatever that thing.
He rolled it up like a scroll.
Maybe he gave him like a bonsai tree or something like that. I don't know. But also in that was Tavion Heights.
But I come in peace.
Yeah, right. Was it Tavion Heights that came out? Yeah. And I was like, I separated that versus Evil's debut because Tavion Heights comes out and hits his finisher, that like rolling belly to belly.
Yeah.
Stone silent. Bitch boy. I was like, ooh, that was tough. That was tough for him.
It was pretty quiet, yeah.
Yeah, but continuing with the debuts, we got EK Prosper is fucking awesome. Jesus Christ. And Sean Legacy, they teamed up in a tag match and beat Birthright. And this also rolls into my Reggie's, because in this segment we also got we got to watch Evolve now.
Yeah.
Who the fuck debuts? Like, we got like three people.
Even in the goddamn Miles Bourne match in Saquon, you still had Tristan Angels.
Tristan Angels, yeah.
And then another dude named Cam Hendricks or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
a whole bunch of like, who the fuck
LFGs and
exactly. And I'm just like, okay. Evil was the only one that gets any credit.
Yeah,
so,
but it's also spoke as well.
Oh, and Lizzie Reed. Lizzie Reed gets credit.
Or
Lizzie Rain.
Yeah.
Is that her name? Oh,
I think
Emmett
it's
Reed.
Lizzie Rain.
Okay, but yeah, she stands alone by herself too as a debut. It's like, all right, cool.
That would be the only one. That'd probably be the only match I would put in my mid as well. Because again, I think Nikita is like, as far as character, I thought like she's pretty funny as like the gimmick that she's got, where she's kind of like this, I guess, B-list celebrity that thinks she's an A-list.
Yeah,
I guess that's how I'm kind of reading it.
Yeah.
And she plays it off really well. And then again, she seems to have improved and slightly, or where she was before. I'm like, at least there's something that makes sense and just not moves cobbled together.
Yeah,
like this actually fits with the character. So, but yeah, Lizzie Rain.
Everybody's new finisher called Thunderstruck. Effectively like a. I mean, they talked about it also on Ringer Wrestling. I did hear that segment. Effectively like a elevated Enziguri to a certain extent. But yeah, everybody's favorite. I mean, you like it.
Yeah, I thought it was dope. I thought it was a dope finisher.
Yeah, and they said the thing about a good finisher.
Good. When you like, it takes. We talked about it. You see, her opponent. I forget her opponent was.
Nikita Lyons. Yeah.
Nikita Lyons. Yeah, she clearly is giving her the step stool.
Yeah. To do it.
Do it. But again, the visual of her, like, it looks like a video game move. Yeah. Like, it looked like something like Liu Kane would have did.
Yeah, right. My own thought about it is like, obviously, let's say you have to jump the hurdle of like kayfabe believe that move is a finisher. Because my next thought is like, you got somebody smart like Samoa Joe. Like, that's literally part of his repertoire when they, his opponent will go, they think they have him down, and they go up for a diving crossbody, and he'll just like walk away. They just, will fall and hit the mat. That's vintage Joe. So it's like, as she goes for this move, it's just like, step out of the way. And then hit her with your finisher. But
there was also one more debut we didn't talk about was I forget the guy's name, the big hefty white guy that did the backflip.
Yeah,
onto, I think Tony D.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Also in that segment. Yeah, don't know his name either. He was another who the fuck. It's
funny because even during the show, they were like, "Who's this random fan?"
Yeah,
it's like,
fan?
Okay.
My last shake was Kaylani getting a win over Ren Sinclair.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Her 2K's higher. She's North American champion, so. And TNA champion, but that's all I had.
That's it for me from the bodega. Let's head over to the coffee shop. Well, again, we were live to watch this in person.
You beat me to this, but I agreed with.
I filled it out during the show.
Yeah, and you put everything in the exact order. I would put just moving Divine Dominion up to I would put them actually above Okada and Ace Austin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, top of the match, and then the first match and the last match, both were primos. But the stealer of the show is the way we kicked this off with great entrance to see in person. MJF versus Kevin Knight, and Kevin Knight pulling out the win after MJ tries to cheat using the title belt, gets the ref to turn his back, pulls out the diamond ring, tries to use it, but Kevin Knight low blows MJF into a schoolboy.
Yep.
And gets the 1-2-3.
Damn straight. And yeah, biggest win of his career. I remember as we were watching it, you were like, "Oh, I'm pretty scared right now."
Hey, we have 4 title matches, and he was like, by logic, with
at least
one might change.
Yeah.
No changes.
Yeah.
But that's why they make you watch, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Something could happen, right? It's got to be a 25% chance, right?
I'm sure I would be way more upset with this, like, if we didn't go in person and I watched it, and I'd be like, "Man, what the fuck?" Like,
yeah.
But however, I mean, as good as this show was, even though we saw it in person, I'm like, this is one where I got to go back when it comes back out on HBO Max. I'm gonna go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Because this was awesome in person.
No, yeah, this was a great way to start the match. Fans were on fire throughout the entire time. This is when, again, the Lapse fan, he ain't never seen Kevin Knight And so he was just like, I was overhearing him. He was just like, yo, this dude's amazing. Like, so built a new fan. Built some new fan. Yeah, and then the end of the match, end of the show. Darby Allin versus Brody King defending his title.
Yep.
Gets the win.
So we know also next week because he said earlier on after the
MJF banned Kevin Knight.
Yeah, because MJF started beating up
Yeah.
Kevin Knight.
Darby comes for the save.
We missed it, but he was right in the rafters.
Well, we saw him come down, but we didn't see him in the rafters when he was
Yes.
set up, which annoyed us because we were like, yo, we're almost
literally online with him, and then
we
seeing him come
that.
down, we were like, oh shit, he was right there the whole time.
Yeah.
Great production. That's how you focus on the
We were
match.
so
Ain't nobody
focused,
looking up.
Not even thinking about looking up.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. I mean, Darby hits him with the powerbomb. We thought we were gonna get the suplex.
Oh yeah.
And everybody
on the
was
concrete,
like, everybody was like bracing themselves for Darby on that. But no, he slides under, gets into a powerbomb, coffin drop, one time outside, takes a minute. Well, Reggie for the refs this entire night.
Yeah.
Because they just ignore 10 counts.
So, yeah, we did. I did mention that. I was like, yo.
And that was for multiple matches. There were times where it was just like, yo, you're not even counting? Like, what are you doing, ref? Like, you're not even concerned with yourself with tags or anything like that. So AEW still has its kind of like match structure issues, at least to my tasting.
The indie, but, they got the indie feel that way.
We're finally getting a 10 count. Brody gets in just in the nick of time, but as he's rolled in, he gets hit with 2 back-to-back coffin drops and loses. And I thought Darby, again, part of the storyline for me with him, it feels like is, again, he is the underdog. He's like Rey Mysterio, and he's like, we talk about it, like he's skinnier than Rey Mysterio. So it's like Rey Mysterio is technically bigger, even though he's shorter, probably. Still bigger than Darby Allin. Darby Allin is just like, he could lose his belt anytime.
Yeah. No, facts.
He could lose it on a collision. He could lose it on a random Tuesday at the airport, like if this was the old school hardcore, 24/7 title.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's where I'm like, that's where I guess the intrigue with Darby. But you beat, a big guy and Brody King, and then you beat a technician and Tommaso Ciampa. It's kind of two sides of the spectrum. So it's like you could do that. I guess you're just missing out on this, like, you're not getting the Moxleys or, Okadas.
Yeah.
Who knows, though?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I did take a little survey also, though, while we were there. I asked everybody. I was like, yo, who you got next as champion? Who's knocking off Darby? I remember homegirl to the left. I remember she was very high on everybody's immediate response first was Will Ospreay. I'll just say that. That was like the immediate knee jerk from everybody. And then after that, homegirl, she said
Fletcher.
Yeah, she said Fletcher, but he's obviously injured. She's high on him. I said the Laps fan, he said MJF, but we were like, he just beat him.
I said MJF.
Oh, you said MJF.
Yeah, he said again, well, he was in probably
because the dude in front of us also said Will Ospreay.
Okay.
Immediately.
Who did he say? I don't know. I think he was just enjoying the show at that point. Like, because again, he didn't really know too many of like the contenders at that time. So, but again, it seems like anybody.
Okada was mentioned, for sure. But yeah, to our mids, borderline. Honestly, bro, I low key had this. This is borderline primo for me. I probably would put it in primo. Just the vignette that we get of this mysterious person in an old west town, and then you see some guys get thrown out of a saloon, and you're like, okay, you see some wanted signs, like, who is this person? I figured it out before the end of the segment, but I'm like, that's the only person that's been in the old west. But we see crouching down on the wanted sign is Bandito, and it's Swerve and lighting the wanted sign on fire. So I enjoyed that thoroughly. That I'm like, just the fact that we're getting this, like, is all because we know this match is going to be fucking insane, for sure. Like, Bandito is like one of the best wrestlers in the world. So he was the actual runaway.
Does he force him to put his title on the line?
What, the Ring of Honor?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't want that. He's just eliminating the contenders. I don't think so. I mean, he could. Maybe it was just like in the wake of his destruction, he just takes it from him. Well, I could believe that for sure.
Really also enjoyed the Osprey and Mox promo
Yep.
segment that we got, but again, at the moment I was confused because I'm like, the last time I feel like I seen
Yeah.
Will Ospreay, this dude was getting hauled off by the Death Riders in a body bag, and then now all of a sudden he's walking into the arena and he's like, "Yo, I'm not cleared," and Moxley's just like, "You need to like take everything off and dress down. Don't even, you know."
He was like, take everything out of your mind. Also,
Yeah.
we're stripping you down to the bare minimum.
And then he was about to get into like a boiler room scuffle.
Basically,
that's match with Cesaro. Claudio.
That's what I thought was awesome because I was like, hey, this is exactly what I've been asking for, which is the boiler room brawl. And then it's like, oh, the rest is proprietary. But yeah, because Ospreay says, oh, where's the ring?
Mm-hmm.
I read that. I mean, because they're the Death Riders. I read that as effectively Fight Club jumping you in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
First day of Fight Club, you got to fight.
You got to fight Claudio, and he's going to beat your ass.
Yeah.
So, like, basically, I truly believe Claudio's like undefeated in those like Claudio's been put over so much by Bryan Danielson.
You think
on
he's
commentary.
leading the club over like Pac?
Over Pac? Absolutely.
So in those backroom, like if you had the kayfabe, like the records, like you think Claudio's ranked number 1?
Absolutely. Claudio is like really on tier with Moxley.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a Piccolo and Goku situation, like where it's an alternate set of abilities, but it's just as powerful. He just ain't the main character.
So who wins in a boiler room wrestling match between Claudio and Jon Moxley?
Claudio. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, if that's like, even in my case, I would be able to believe it's 51-49 Claudio.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the steel that's sharpened. He's the sharp. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, Marina is the sharpest steel in the whole group. And then as far as the males, it's Claudio next. And then
who do you win between Claudio and Marina?
Well, I mean, that's a different division. So,
she don't care. She was wrestling Wheeler Yuta.
I mean, obviously. I believe in kayfabe, she could easily break Claudio, any one of those guys' arms or legs. Like she definitely could. She can hang with obviously she's not. She's forced to be a technician.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those are guys. So, but yeah, we didn't miss anything. We chewed on that a bit, but
it was a fun segment. Yeah, and Moxley poking Pac's little stomach and kind of getting a laugh. That got a laugh out the crowd.
Yeah.
So it was a fun segment. And then for a guy that I don't know, Austin Ace put on a pretty great performance, at least introductory performance for me in his effort to try to dethrone Okada. Mm-hmm. Obviously, that was going to fail, but looked good. But I was like, okay, I don't know who this Ace Austin is, but hey, for first time, I was like, he put on a pretty good match with Okada.
Yeah, he came from TNA, and I forget which tag team he was a part of, but like I remember he won the tag team titles with his partner over there who stayed in TNA. He debuted by himself, but as we are watching it, just to echo you, I remember it took a bit for us to get into it, or not us, but the whole crowd, the extended crowd.
Yeah, but again, this match and then the Divine Dominion match, both we kind of like also were talking.
True.
Like, you know, it wasn't that we were bored or anything.
Yeah,
it was more just like you're just in the environment where it's like, hey, this seems like a good time where we could just like, you know, go get food or, you know.
And also, just to segue slightly into the other one, the Divine Dominion end up retaining also in the fourth tag or title match of the night, and or third by that time.
Yeah.
But way that match is way better. Like after watching it back on TV, way better on TV than where we were.
Yeah. That's why I haven't mistake, but I'll probably put that as a mid.
That's where I was saying I would push it up to mid after seeing the highlight. But I'm gonna watch the whole episode back. But
Okada and Ace Austin.
Yeah,
obviously Okada was no threat to losing his title, but again, I was like, hey, you never know. Obviously, that's never gonna happen, but this is the most surefire one that you knew that he was not.
Absolutely not. Yeah,
I could have saw Kevin Knight lose that belt to MJF and then him winning it back 2 weeks later at Double or Nothing. I could see the Divine Dominion possibly losing their title to Shida and Chris Statlander.
Yeah.
Like I said, I believe Darby can lose his title at any moment.
Mm-hmm. I say because even though it's a Franken team, Hikaru Shida and Stat, that's 4 women's titles between them. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're not tag partners, their 2K rating is higher. You know what I'm saying? Individually. So
and people were saying those used to be a tease for Shida to turn heel
Okay.
So we might be getting that was probably the start of an early heel turn.
Yeah. Okay.
For her. Yeah. Other thing I had left was Cope and Cage getting the win over
Roppongi
RPG Vice.
Yep.
Yeah, role playing game Vice.
Yeah.
This is probably more shake just for being there, because especially when Edge came out, Cope came out, and they played.
I sang the entire thing.
But everybody sang the entire thing.
It's the best entrance in the history of wrestling.
I don't know more than like on this bed. After that part, I'm like, I don't know what y'all be saying after that. I haven't looked up the lyrics for it, but it was great to be in that environment. Yeah. I would have wished Jericho.
I'm glad I got to sing that in person in my lifetime.
Yeah, I wish Jericho came out.
Oh, I would have sang Judas. Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's a segue into the one Sheik that's not on here, but we did get the segment. My goat was there; he was backstage.
Yes. That jump by Ricochet, and
but actively being asked about being bullied by Ricochet, and the demands show up and bully him again, and just beat his ass real quick. So
where was Bobby and them? I thought he paid for them to like they were the APA. Ridiculous.
Shit.
Anything else from the coffee shop?
No, that is it.
Great show. Great evening. Easy in and out parking. Super affordable. Like they weren't like in a huge arena. They were like in a college basketball arena. So there's really no bad seats. And so we sat up like hard cam side, but like not way up, but it's like row W, and still perfectly viewing because you got the perfect overhead shot. And again, you're not too far away, so definitely will do again in the near future. I feel like they come here pretty often into Virginia.
Yeah.
Let's get over to the gallery for the Book of Wrestling. One on the docket for the Book of Wrestling, and I put that in.
Yeah.
And this is history being currently made.
Hell yeah.
Because on the day that this was posted, April 30th, 2026, Athena tied Bruno Sammartino with Record's WWF title reign, which was that was the second reign, and it was at 1,237 days. And so obviously, this is not the 30th. It is May 2nd.
Yep.
So she is officially the second longest reigning world title holder ever.
Yep. That's crazy.
Shout out to Athena. So you get the spotlight for your own
absolutely
on the Book of Wrestling this week.
And I got another entrant. This is real easy, but May 2nd, 2005. I'm sure I don't even need to like if I ask you what's the greatest sweet chin music ever, what do you think of? Not pay-per-view.
This is like when Shawn Michaels was walking backstage and like sweet chinned.
No, not that one. It wasn't a match.
I don't know.
This was Shelton's best match. Shelton and Shawn
when he springboards off
into the desperate, pull over. Fucking dope ass match. So a lot of people say, Shelton's greatest match, being with him. So
shout out.
Yep, that was this week.
And I should have started with the current news.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
But it made sense because you said I just realized why you said transition. Yeah, Thursday. This also came out. Chris Jericho is being cast in season 2 of Dexter Resurrection as an antagonist. Not much is known, but it is from set pictures. It looks like he's going to be one of the villains.
Yeah,
I guess in the show. I haven't watched any of Dexter Resurrections, but seen the primary series. So.
Yeah, same with me. I've only watched the original. I know Resurrection is the one when he's hiding out in like Montana or something, or
that's
Idaho.
where he last left off. Yeah,
and I know he has a son or something.
Okay,
that,
probably does the exact same shit.
It's the same son from the original show.
Is it?
Yeah, he comes to find them and shit.
Okay,
it's like finds out his dad's a murderer. So. And I'm like, that's kind of cool if he's going to be an antagonist, because I'm like, yeah, Chris Jericho kind of has a serial killer or a murderer face. I guess Dexter was a serial killer. So
yeah,
assuming Dexter is going to kill him, he must be a killer because that's Dexter's whole thing. So
we will see. I don't know when's coming out.
We will see in shorts because I'm not going to watch it, but I'm sure somebody will post it and I'll watch the clips online of Jericho being in the show.
Let's head over to Friday, and this is technically Saturday news because this just came out this morning. But big news coming out that the New Day have asked to leave and were let out their contracts. Word has also come out that I don't have it listed here, but word has come out they were asked to restructure their contracts. They declined, and they were given the opportunity to leave. So the New Day are out, as well as Jason Mateo, and your boy,
my boy. I think that's everybody's boy.
Tonga Loa.
Yeah, everybody's favorite weak link.
So we only have Tama Tonga and
that's the new
Tala Tonga.
Yeah,
left in the
MFT.
MFT. There's a little bug.
Yeah, see, you got a little gnat in your face.
Yeah.
I see it. But yeah, disappointing. However, let's look at this as a positive thing because these are just wrestlers, right? Immediately knee jerk. New Day, AEW.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
man. New Day, Young Bucks. Exactly. It's easy. It's right there.
It's right there.
It's right there. So
less travel, like way easier.
Big contracts,
like bro, you're gonna be dominating.
Come on, fingers crossed.
Then you
fingers
get
crossed.
New Day, Hurt Business.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, yeah, that's awesome.
Come on now,
bro. We're about to get fingers crossed, shot in the arm. Come on, guys. But even still, with JC Mateo and Tonga Loa, shit. I mean, they can get added on to the demand, right? That's a help there right in there. Or even still, New Japan is always on the table for them. They came from New Japan, so anything is up from here for them. But yeah, the New Day that's like holy shit.
That was surprising. Yeah, I was literally on the car ride over here, and I was at a stoplight, and I pulled down the notification tab, and it was Bleacher Report with the siren, and it was like the New Day leave WWE. I'm like, what? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So again, apparently a lot of these releases they said were I don't know why I put releases. A lot of what they said about these releases was had to do with getting a younger roster and age and whatnot. But again,
sure. Those guys are older. All of them are 40 plus. Because JC Mateo,
they probably wanted.
He looked like a baby. So we looked him up, and you were like, "He's what?"
I think with New Day is they had the senior respect that we're not gonna just release you.
Sure.
We're gonna just ask you to restructure, knowing that you're not gonna fucking restructure, and we're gonna give you release or give you your request to leave. And so basically, it's we didn't release you. You left on your own terms.
Yeah.
Because they're stuck in a tag team.
End of an era, dude. That's the New Day being gone is end of an era.
They'll be back eventually. I think that's
when the Hardys came back.
The Hardys or the Dudleys when they came back. But
exactly.
I think they'd just be a legend act at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
But, they still got a few years.
But even legend acts can win titles. You can win that 10th because I think they're at 9.
Yeah.
Usos and them are both at 9, right?
So,
or 9 and 8, something like that. But either way.
Let's get to the last show of the week.
Man.
The weakest show. Hey, what's weaker, NXT or
NXT was obviously weaker
than SmackDown?
Definitely.
Okay, but SmackDown, I didn't have much on here. You were much higher on this show. I'll let you start off.
Yeah, I mean, well, the second one we already sort of talked of, which was just the continuation of the bloodline / Polynesian Civil War that I guess that we think we're gonna get because in that main event we got the Usos versus
Solo and Tala
Tonga. And earlier in the show, like you said, we get the addition of it's handed down and all this type of stuff. So that's what that was all about.
And he was like, I don't give a damn about any of y'all.
Yeah, really
Roman's
don't.
Not my tribal chief. You know. And Solo can get Jacob can get got too.
Yeah, exactly. So
and
that's
Tala Tonga, I said, for the most part, MVP of the night because he took out Damian Priest, R-Truth, both members of Fraxium,
and the Usos.
Mm-hmm. The only person he didn't take out was Jacob, who at the end of the day he ended up getting the Tongan death grip, and then
put through the table.
Samoan dropped through the announce table. So, but hey, you made Tala Tonga looked like the beast that he's supposed to look like. So.
Yeah. But my absolute
that
favorite.
was my mid.
Yeah, that was my
second primo.
Yeah, second primo. My absolute favorite thing on the show, Looney Tunes in the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this whole Miz and Danhausen rivalry, throwing in some Kit Wilson, like trying to get the curse uncursed and all this stuff is amazing. We get the segment backstage of like, what does that like when Miz and Kit Wilson are like, all right, we'll set a trap for him. We got to end this curse. All right, cool. Did you catch this? You caught what the trap they set for him and everything?
No, I did not see that.
Backstage, they set a trap and it just said human monies. And it said on a sign with an arrow pointing down in a briefcase, right? Danhausen comes out and he's like, oh, human monies. He opens it up and literally they have like the golden light like on his face. And he's like, oh, $40,000. Oh, Danhausen. He just takes it. And he closes it and he just walks off. And the Miz and Kit Wilson are in a photo booth, like right next to it. And, they bring the curtain back. They're like, Miz is like, what? That didn't work. It's like, what the hell? And they go over to check it. And then sure enough, like the powder like shoots on both of their faces.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when later on, we get the segment in ring when Miz is like, all right, Danhausen, I admit it. I'm cursed. Please uncurse me. And they betrayed Danhausen. That damn Miz, because I really thought for a second that he was like, because it was all about, who is he gonna mentor? And even the crowd getting into it, like saying, yay, boo, going over to Kit, like everybody's like, mentor Danhausen, but they set him up. Skull crushing finale, men cry too. That curse is still on him though. So I wonder what the lingering effects of cursing is like, because that's what is he gonna have to curse him again? Or he's just still permanently cursed? I think he's permanently cursed because that whole promo, he's like, you have no idea what my week has been, been like. So I think you only need to do it once. And
no, because again, I don't know. I think you would have to reapply it if you take it off, though, right?
Well, yeah, if you take it off. But I'm saying he didn't take it off. He just beat up Danhausen. So I'm like, that's what I'm saying. The curse isn't uncursed. So,
well, maybe because maybe it's like a Final Destination aspect where it's like he kind of sidestepped it.
Yeah.
This week because
he beat up Danhausen.
Because again, technically Danhausen could have been one step ahead of him.
Yeah.
And was able to just kind of maneuver out of it, or the curse somehow took effect.
Yeah.
So when Miz and Kit were
that was
trying
supposed
to jump
to
him,
happen.
But it didn't.
Yeah.
And so you just basically pissed off, and again, Final Destination, death. You basically pissed off the curse.
I like that. Since you beat up Danhausen,
it's about to come back even worse on your ass.
You delayed it for a week, but it's gonna come back double.
Yeah.
I like that. But yeah, on to my mids. Cody over Ricky and his debut, or re-debut, because we've seen him on the main roster before, but you said we get the whole entrance in case you didn't know who Ricky Saints was. We get the Blue Blazers and all that stuff. Great promo, or good promo from him. And we cut through all the BS, and it's like, hey, we know each other, yada yada. You want to strap up? Fine. I'm hard to beat, and sure enough, he proves it in the main event. He beats him, but
trying to go for a Rochambeau when Ricky don't got the weight to do that to Cody.
Yeah, I mean, he did it to Shiloh Hill just this week.
Ricky. Okay.
He did it. He literally just did it to Shiloh Hill.
Yeah.
So he could do it, but we ain't gonna let him do that. I'm just saying,
Cody. It looked like he might need to take the weight room program that Montez Ford and be like, yo, teach me.
Yeah. But Gunther ended up attacking Cody afterwards and raising the title. So as we know, it's too crowded on Raw.
Actually, that was. I came out. I should have had that on there, but I guess I'd have that as my middle mid. I have two mids. We already talked about the death grips, but I would put that above.
Yeah,
Gunther attacking Cody. Again, intrigue. Again, anytime Gunther's involved, and then now also coming out for the title.
And we know Cody's not going anywhere. It's not even a retire Cody. So this is actually just for the title.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and
he says he's
granted
hard to
it is crowded and Raw.
And he says he's hard to beat, and so it's like Gunther is also hard
very hard to beat. Yeah, exactly. I enjoyed. I saw this your top mid. I enjoyed. JC getting the win over Charlotte.
Big win.
But huge win in her debut match. Granted, numbers advantage on her side, even with Alexa Bliss backing up, Charlotte Flair. She got 2. You got 1. So, and Alexa's tiny. So on top of that, so.
And we also get Rhea Ripley to come to, because after the match it was a 3-on-2 attack, and Rhea Ripley ends up coming to make the save.
Yeah.
Was about to hit Riptide to JC, but she maneuvers out of it, pushes Rhea into Charlotte, and they kind of have a tense stare down because Charlotte did not seem happy to have Rhea's assistance. So Charlotte always near the title. Charlotte's always near the title, but again, JC is always an underdog that you're like, she can't do it. He's not ready. That let these two fight it out. Like I can see them being in a triple threat, and Rhea and Charlotte just destroy each other, and JC just sneaks out of there as champion.
Yep, I like it. For me, my only thought is are we gonna get Fatal Influence? Are they just gonna be her backup? Because that's all it is right now. I mean, obviously we know that they would be a tag team. We're slotting them tag team division versus singles, you think? Because they came up as a faction?
I mean, Laney Reed and Fallon Henley can easily, go for the women's tag team titles.
Yeah. I'm saying, do you think that they're slotted tag team, or are they slotted as single stars, U.S. title division, basically?
You talking about the entire squad? Or
within Fatal Influence. Obviously, JC is the leader. She's a single.
Yeah, and I think she's slotted to go after the women's title.
JC, yes. Yeah. I'm saying the other two. Do you think they? Okay, tag. They're not singles.
No.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Because again, if you're singles, they're conflict of interest because both of y'all. There's only one single mid card title, so you're both chasing after it.
Yeah.
Between the two, I would say probably Fallon Henley has a better chance of being U.S. Women's Champion than Laney Reed, just for the experience sake of it. That's why I'm like, at a certain point, I'd still see Fallon Henley winning the U.S. title, but currently, I think for the first year, they're probably going to be tag team.
Yeah. The last mid I had up here was Sammy's Gingerbread Man segment.
Yeah.
Worth mentioning because I really liked him peeling back, even I'd say rubbing the lens of kayfabe, talking about how
I'm about to kick I'm about to attack
a gingerbread man,
a fake gingerbread man in here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah, and saying how he mentioned some legendary wrestler or something, how everybody was on his side until he did what was best for him, and then they started booing him, and that's very similar what's happening with him. So I like the fact where you mentioned Trick is obviously the heel, where I'm not so sure.
He's not a heel anymore. He's a face. I say he should still be a heel.
Well, that's what I would say. Trick is a tweener, if anything. I would even if he's a face because he was forced to do so because we cheer him. Because Sammy is the eternal face, right? And this is the first time we've seen Sammy in this position, which is why I enjoyed this so much, for him to acknowledge, I'm doing what I need to do, and now I'm getting booed and stuff. And even as petty as it, because he didn't hurt anybody in this, he fought a gingerbread man. So the fact that Trick came out, I thought was also silly, because it's you're beating up a representation of me clowning you, of my joke on you last week. You know what I'm saying? So it's
you say he didn't hurt anybody. Spoiler alert, this segment is my champion of the week because he did hurt somebody.
Sure. Yeah, right. Yeah. Interesting. We're going to get some more of this. I guess, another rematch. Or not another rematch, but a rematch probably.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sammy has to be definitively
beat.
Not beat. I think just be a heel.
Oh, heel. Yeah, that's probably, that's going to put the emphasis on
we need a definitive marker of being anybody can get booed beating up a gingerbread man.
Can they?
Yeah.
Get booed doing that?
Yeah, even if you're a face, unless
I don't know about that. I think we would see it as silly.
If Cody Rhodes did what Sammy did and kick the gingerbread man a fake, mannequin gingerbread man.
I don't know. I think it's just
low blows him and then starts beating him up and rips his gumdrop buttons off.
I think
you were just yo, that's like kicking a dog.
Well, once again, it's a representation of Trick was calling him the gingerbread man. It's a whole he's clowning him. So it's No,
You're
I
adding
don't
the
see how-
context. I'm
I
just
know,
saying,
I know,
like,
I know I
saying
am.
it's a gingerbread man.
all
Like,
right.
not Sami Zayn representation. It's a gingerbread man.
Yeah, sure, maybe
If there was a doll puppy, and Cody
a
Rhodes,
puppy. Yes, a puppy.
or a dog, like the dog.
puppy
that you
is
had,
something
like
else.
The dog that like the puppet dog that they
Yes.
had in Martin.
A puppy. Yeah, yeah.
That
Sure.
wasn't a puppy. That was a big ass.
Well,
dog.
whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. It's still a dog.
And-
Yeah,
but it's a fake dog,
it's a dog.
and he kicks it.
That's way more offensive than a gingerbread man. Yes,
They're-
we know people
they're
love
the
their fucking
equivalent.
dogs.
Yeah,
Come
I'm
on
saying,
now.
but like again, it's the gingerbread man.
No.
That's like
Because not everybody's Christmas. You know what I'm saying? That's like a Christmas thing. But anyway,
not just a cookie. It's like
either way, let's move on. That's okay. The last thing I had up here was my Shake Royce Keys squashing Angel Garza.
Yeah. Just why is he
How-
not on Raw just to do the Obafemi challenge and just get it over with? Like,
How long until? Ugh.
I don't know. I guess they really don't have anything for him.
Yeah. Listen, I was gonna say,
Because
although
like he
very
debuted
similar-
in January, wasn't on TV for 3-4 months,
Bro.
and then now you're just doing these squash matches and you win an Andre Battle Royale. I was like, you
I just
really
think
can't.
you've
Joe
got-
Hendry's first night, he calls out for no reason Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Why can't he call out somebody
Because
on the NXT?
Because Michael Cole told us we've really gotten to know the man of Royce Keys. He's gone through so much adversity, so much to get to the WWE. Now he's out here living his dream and breaking backs while he's doing it. You know, just great. He's on the roster. My thought is like similar to Hook. How long until like we realize he's in catering? Well, after Backlash is what? Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
He'll be around for Money in the Bank.
Might win it.
No. He's not winning Money. No.
What does he have a better? No, it's a Crown Jewel. No, King of the Ring. King and Queen of the Ring. I think.
No, he ain't winning King of the Ring. He ain't winning that either.
Well, he has a better chance.
Better chance at Money in the Bank for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. King of the Ring is fucking.
Who should he call out on SmackDown?
That's a good question. My knee jerk honestly was Randy, but I don't know if those puzzle pieces really fit. He's
Ricky?
a face though. He's a face. So
Ricky.
I thought Damien, but I was like, he's a face. But I was like, Damien could take it out. I mean, they devalued Damien so much.
I mean, I think they both could be faces, but I think it's the fact that like Royce Keys just don't take. Again,
they both
he doesn't
are
have
streets.
he doesn't have a quick real much character. He has a background, but he hasn't much character yet.
Yeah.
But maybe he's just like he bumps into him backstage, and just Royce Keys just kind of like just keeps walking.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, like what?
What the fuck? That's disrespectful.
Or
on
like
my block.
Yeah, it's like, or like he tries to give him some word of advice as like, someone that's been on the roster, and he's like, bro, like just got off the line with the streets. We never heard of you.
Yeah.
Or not that's clearly like heel, but just something just kind of
That does work though.
just something that's just like dismissive, but not in a heel manner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Where it's just like, nah, I'm a competitor.
Yeah.
And I'm competing for the same stuff that you competing for.
Mhm.
But you over here goofing around with R-Truth.
Yeah.
No offense, R-Truth, but
Yeah. You can say that for sure.
But I don't know. I honestly don't know who he would call out, but maybe those would be two.
Damian Priest fits.
Those would be
really
two good ones right there. Ricky Saints and
Yeah,
Damian
Damian Priest really works for sure. See, but I'm from the streets. I'm from the Bronx. You know.
and I'm from Palo Alto.
Yeah, exactly. He's Palo Alto. But on to the champions of the week.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it first because
Mine is sort of half. I knew we had it already. I couldn't find the original title name.
Yeah.
But I know the sentiment. You know the sentiment.
But the Shrek Gingerbread Man title. You're a monster, not the gumdrop buttons. To Sami Zayn for
being heelish,
doing the one of the most dastardly things I've seen in wrestling so far this year.
Yeah.
This might be an LP nominee
Okay.
for like maybe that's a new category, most dastardly
thing
done on wrestling television this year. That's crazy that he did that. He should feel ashamed for himself.
Sure. Yeah, I agree.
A gingerbread, who beats up a gingerbread man?
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right in a vacuum.
Yeah.
Right? Who beats up a gingerbread man? But yeah. Granted, there's not gingerbread man walking around, so it's not really like a visual, you know.
Again, everybody's traumatized from Shrek. And saying his legs broken,
That torture scene,
getting,
yeah.
getting dunked in milk, threatening to pull off his gumdrop buttons, bro. And he actually did that.
Yeah, and ripped his arm off and stuff.
Crazy. Like, Sammy, you should feel ashamed of yourself for that. You're a monster. He's a monster for that.
And mine, which it would be and new. We know is what Saints Rams NFC championship game. Like, what the fuck pass interference title going to the ref on Raw for Judgment Day versus Bailey and Lyra.
Okay.
When so obviously Liv has her hair has Lyra's hair in the second ropes when she's in her, and the ref is just staring her down and saying let her go like she's part of the match, and I'm like,
ring the bell.
Like, yeah, that's a disqualification. Like, what are we doing? Like, so
and maybe it's like the NFL where it's like you can get tackled by your hair.
Oh, bruh. She's not part of the play. Like, she's on the sideline. Like, what are you doing? That's
that's like that Jets coach putting his leg out.
Yeah, right.
Do it on the kickoff.
Didn't Mike Tomlin do that too?
Yeah, Mike Tomlin stood in the way.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There was another one, like a Jets coach. He like stuck his leg out.
Yeah, yeah.
On
that shit was
on a return or something like that. Yeah, again, hey, AEW again also has some faults too, but yeah, that sometimes you just got like that breaks kayfabe.
Yeah,
that breaks kayfabe.
Yeah.
I remember there was one match a couple weeks ago on WWE side where I was like, when did this match turn into like a no DQ? Because he's clearly grabbing the ropes and y'all not calling for a break.
Yeah.
Like, is this a DQ match? No, it was a straight up 1-on-1.
We just forgot. We forgot clearly.
But that's it for episode 95 of the Wrestling Rehab Podcast. Now about to be 4 episodes away to our 100th. Where can they find us, Movie?
Here on this YouTube channel. Come in next week. Like, comment, subscribe here. Or down here in this area, right?
Something like right here.
Yeah. And we'll see y'all next week. Next Saturday.
Peace. Backlash predictions. Back.